Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are doing a Halloween tutorial today, and this is Elizabeth. You have seen her on my channel before, and she is an avatar enthusiast, if you will. So she was more than happy and excited to allow me to transform her into an avatar. So in order to get the blue paint that you see on her body, I just took a very light shade of foundation. I actually used the Maybelline Fit Me and then crushed up blue eyeshadow into it until I got the desired color I wanted. And I just slapped this concoction all over her body that you could see. And then we had bought little like elf ears from the Halloween store, and I stuck those on, as you can see, with some spirit gum. And then we're just painting her ears and the fake little ear tips as well. And if you are wondering, the paint concoction I put on her comes off the ears, so you can reuse them if you want to. Now I'm just pressing all of that in, and you don't see it, but I set her whole body down with some translucent powder so that the foundation, blue foundation, doesn't move. Now I'm taking this white, and this is from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I am just putting this on her high points of her face. Just that way she doesn't look so flat and kind of lifeless. And yeah, so for her, well, for the avatar, it's going to be the cheekbones, the forehead, all over the nose, because avatars have really wide noses, as you'll see. So I do a lot of white all over the top of her whole nose, down the sides of it, and her chin. Also, another fun fact was I hadn't seen the Avatar movie, and she was very appalled by this fact. And so I literally just kind of pulled up a picture and was like winging it from that. So yeah, this was a fun experience. I'm so glad that she let me do this on her. All right, now we're just going to be creating the lines that are on the avatars. So in order to do that, I made a concoction of the blue and the white from that Makeup Forever Flash palette to get a color that I was satisfied with. And with just a regular old paintbrush, like an angled paintbrush that I got from Michael's, I'm just going to kind of put these all over her face. Semi like evenly spaced apart. I just kind of did my own thing here. Curved them how I want to. Yeah, so you just take free reign with this part. And then after you've got your whole body done, then I'm just taking some eyeshadow, and I am just setting that because it will move. So you do need to set almost everything you put down with some sort of powder. And I'm just using some like really colorful BH Cosmetics palette. The whole thing cost me like $8, so it's like really affordable. And now again, from the Makeup Forever Flash palette, I just mixed the pink and the white to get a pink that I liked. And I'm filling in underneath her nose. And then I'll also end up putting it on her mouth because avatars have pink noses in the inside of their mouths. And when I did it here, I did it more like on the inner portions of her lip and then just kind of tapped it out with my finger to make it look as natural as possible. And then of course we have to set that with some pink eyeshadow. And I also had taken the pink color and put it up in the tips of the ears, so I'm setting it where it's on her actual earlobe. Now I'm taking a blue eyeshadow. I'm pretty sure it's from one of my Urban Decay and Basquiat palettes. And this is where I'm going to start doing some shading to like give her nose that really big and wide avatar looking shape. So that's what I'm doing here. And to do this, you pretty much bring it down from like the very front of the brows and follow all the way along the sides of the nose, pretty much on your cheek. Now I'm just shading around the tip of her nose. I had lined it with a small black line just to kind of create that dimension right there, and then I'm shading it in with some blue shadow. She really was not one for sitting still, y'all. And now what I'm doing here is I'm taking a darker blue eyeshadow, and along the both edges of the lines we created, I'm shading. That's just going to give it more dimension and make them look less flat and really make it look like it's a part of her skin. So that's what I'm doing here. I really didn't make these lines like supremely neat. But yeah, Elizabeth thought they looked pretty cool, so I'm gonna go with that since she's better at avataring than I am. And you can see there, I didn't have those lines quite even, so I'm trying to fix it, but we'll see how it goes. Next here, I'm just shading in her mouth as well because I felt like her lips needed some definition. So that's what I did. Same, like a thin little black line, and then I just kind of shaded it with some blue. Okay, here you can see I went ahead and we did her brows. I just made them really thick and bold so they stood out. I did it by just using a blue eyeshadow. And I also filled in her lower lash line with a white eyeliner from NYX to help make her eyes look really round because avatars have very big, very round eyes. Now I'm just setting her lids with a teal shadow, and here is where we're going to start kind of manipulating her eye shape as well. So to start kind of changing her eye shape, I'm just going to take a deep blue eyeshadow, pretty much the same color I've been using this whole time, and we're gonna put it all the way in her crease, like really following her crease line and blowing it up a bit more towards the top, not putting it on the lid of the eye. And then we're going to take that same blue eyeshadow and in like the little pocket up under your eye, I kept describing it as like where my like bags would be. We're going to fill that in and shade that out with blue as well, just to make her eye look bigger. And then it's almost like I connect them on the outer portion of the eye. And then here I'm just taking a gray shadow and defining her collarbones, just so she actually looked realistic. And then I decided that where I had put the pink on the ears, that I needed to put a little bit of blue shadow over, so her ears kind of faded nicely. As you saw when she turned, it's a harsh kind of blue to pink thing, so I'm just kind of making that look a little bit more realistic. And if you're wondering here, she just kept asking me when I was going to put the white dots all over her face. Like, that's what she was really concerned about. So this is what she kept asking me. She did not want me to forget. Now, the avatars have like a gauge on their ear, gauges on their ear. So I am literally just taking the black from that Flash palette and drawing a circle on her earlobes and then setting them with, of course, some black eyeshadow. And then we're just popping some mascara on her lashes, both top and bottom. I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash. She hated having me deal around her eyes, so I have to say she was such a trooper for letting me do this, because the look requires mascara to make your eyes look even bigger and more open and awake. So yeah. So now I'm finally doing those white dots she kept bugging me about the whole time. So using the white from that Flash palette and just a small like pointed paintbrush that again I got from Michaels, I'm just kind of putting these wherever I feel like. The avatars have them on their foreheads, down their nose, under their eyes, around their mouth. So just do as many or as little as you like. And then because avatars are like really shiny, we're highlighting the mess out of her. All over the face, the cheeks, the nose, the chin, the forehead, around her clavicles, on her body. I'm putting it everywhere. So again, as much or as little as you guys want to. But yeah, this is pretty much the completed look. I think it turned out really good. She thought it was good. A big thank you to Elizabeth for sitting down and letting me do this. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I will have some more Halloween tutorials coming very soon. If you did like this one, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Oh, and before I forget, I will have some final look pictures at the very end so you guys can see what's going on because I have no idea what kind of posing she was doing.